This is interesting because a lot of the times it is hard to break down things in your mind. And especially when you're looking at a problem and you're trying to find sort of a quick fix solution for it. And I want to try to warn people away from the quick fixes. They're usually not the nicest things.
Right.
And, you know, as much as we want to hold our dogs accountable for their behavior and as much as we do use correction when we need to use correction, you know, it's not fair to look for a quick fix on something that has been a problem.
I don't understand why people don't want to put the work into their dog. Like, put the work in. Don't look for the quick fix. Like, this is a living, breathing, feeling being.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
there's no quick fixes that are...
There's not. There's no one singular solution that is going to stop the leash pulling. It's a process.
It's training.
Right? This is how we like to do things. We don't want to use these quick fix, heavy duty corrections that put our relationship on the line with our dogs, right? I want my dog to trust me. I want my dog to trust that I'm not going to put him in over his head just so that I can correct him. Like, that to me is not fair.
Right.
I want to build him up rather than tearing him down. And like I said, there are times for correction, but it is not in a situation where my dog doesn't know any differently.
Right.
I need to give him other skills. You know, it's the same with children. We want to be fair. We want to give them goals. We want to slowly add to their behavior and add to their confidence and their understanding at that same time, and not necessarily set them up to fail.
Right.
And to really not enjoy us or enjoy training, you know, and I don't enjoy training that way. You know, I like enjoying my dogs. I like building them up. I like seeing them go, oh, my light bulb's going on. I get this. I like seeing them try so hard, not because they're avoiding a correction, but because they're going, I get this. I understand. I am a participator in this, not just, you know, I'm going to put my tail between my legs and hope for the best.
I think a lot of people, and I feel bad for people who don't have these wonderful relationships with their dogs. I remember one of our students...
It can be tricky.
Yes, one of our students did level 1 with us, and with quite a few of his dogs. And then he brought another dog and did 3 levels. And he said at the end of the 3 levels, he goes, I thought my other dogs were great, and I had great relationships with them. But the more training I did, I discovered how much more of a relationship I can have with my dog.
When... during COVID, I sort of slipped into this routine where I wasn't doing a lot of training with my dogs, and I honestly felt the relationship start to slip a little bit. Not in that there was bad behavior coming out of them, but they weren't looking to me as readily for engagement and for what are we doing. And as soon as I got out of that funk, whatever that was, as soon as I got out of that funk and got back to training them, it was like, oh, now I feel it again.
Right,
and I can't even necessarily put it into words. It was just a gut feeling that I just wasn't getting the same sort of push to engage with me that I was used to. So training makes a huge difference. And that's not to say that you have to be in classes for the entirety of your life, but working on some tricks with an older dog, like, that's great engagement. That's great getting them to use their brain. That is rewarding for all species. We all like using our, flexing our mental muscles and learning things.
Right. Well, one of the reasons that dogs were domesticated was because humans saw their value in hunting and herding and helping around the house with things, pulling wagons, driving cattle to the market,
doing the dishes and the laundry.
Yes. So dogs have been bred for generations to work with us.
Yes.
So it's a disservice to take a dog and not do anything with it. That goes against that dog's genetic being.
It's true.
Right? They want jobs. They want to work with us. That's why they've been domesticated.
Yeah, absolutely. And they love it. They love the training. You know, if the training is fun and fair, they love it.
Right.
And it's so great to see them, see their light bulbs go on and see them start to offer you these behaviors on their own because they've been reinforced for them so much, etc. So
right. Yes.
fabulous.
And especially too, I know there's a trend for people to want dogs for emotional support animals, and a dog can't emotionally support you if it has no training. Yeah. So those dogs, they do need to be trained. We had a phone call in the office once from a lady, and she said, my doctor recommended an emotional support dog. So I went out and got a dog, and she says, he's not supporting me at all. And he was just being a regular puppy.
Yeah.
We went through everything he was doing, and, I assured her, I said, this is not a poor dog. a bad dog or a poor dog. He just needs some direction. He needs some training from you. So she signed up for our classes, and she was a wonderful woman. It was a wonderful dog, and we got her on track. Beauty. But I think she expected the dog just to innately support her.
Yeah.
But it wasn't given direction.